Good enough about those. Thanks again for tuning into yet another video coming at you live from the West Coast. Yet again, California, San Jose. Let's go ahead and look at the overall event of the 2022 launch. Honestly, it's a pretty good one. Or maybe it's just stuff that I like seeing. I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody's opinion's different. As always, Harley, the team, everybody they're looking at their long history, over 120 years of history of builds and performance and everything else, man. But I'm surprised overall. I like what I saw. I really love the ST models, the sport touring models. They are amazing. They look beautiful. The overall look of those bikes, man. I mean, if there's anything I were to trade in, it'd probably be for a Road Glide Sport Touring. I think that's something that I'm considering. I don't know. I mean, it's a good looking bike. And as far as the Lowrider S, man, the bike looks amazing. And man, I was expecting the price to be a lot higher than what we saw. I mean, they don't announce or they don't show numbers here, but I went ahead and I looked at the numbers and they're way below what a lot of people thought. So kudos to Harley-Davidson for making sure that the prices didn't get too out of hand. But man, I mean, if you're someone out there and you're building your lowrider as a bagger or as a light touring, something along the lines of a Sport Glide, this would cost you a lot less, and you get those amazing looking Sport Glide saddlebags, which, yeah, I mean, they're beautiful looking. The style and everything about them, they look great. The saddlebags alone, some people have mentioned it, that you're probably looking at around $3,000. So if you were looking at overall package of this kind, then yeah, I mean, getting the Lowrider ST is probably your best option, or your most economical option. But I guess it's just gonna depend on if there's enough supply for everybody, because yeah, I mean, the shortage, the chip shortage itself, the labor shortage, everything like that. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's a little bit of the 2021 event right here. I also had a little bit of a coverage there, and then they go into the 2022. So I guess, I mean, overall grade A. I think the CVOs, I mean, the CVOs, I probably won't talk about them too much. I mean, considering that the sport touring ones, they now have the 117s, so they have that performance. I guess if you're looking for more of a custom color, more of a custom look, I guess you could go with the CVOs. But I think I like the 2021s a little bit more. They have just a little bit. In my opinion, I believe the colors and the options on the 2021 CVOs look a tad bit better. But yeah, like I said, with the sport touring models, having the 117 and having, those little details, and in the rockers and the heads, just little touches of highlights of bronze here and there, man, the bike looks amazing. Both of the bikes, the Street Glide and the Road Glide. And then you also see that detail in the Lowrider S, that they have those little highlights in the Lowrider ST. You can see it in some of the badging. It's got those little hints of details, and it just really sets it apart. I mean, it looks amazing. All right, so let's talk about the ST a little bit. The 117. These models are right under $30,000. So if you're really looking for a 117 touring model, or something along those lines of CVO-ish style of bike, man, I mean, it's great for the price range, $30,000. And I'm just saying, Harley-Davidson price range, of course, $30,000 for her bike is, it's not that great. But once you consider Harley's prices and everything else, you know what, that's a killer deal for a bike like this. And man, it's a beautiful looking bike. I made a video about this, not so long ago. You have the regular saddlebags, they're not extended, so you could have that lean angle. Man, I'm a fan. I am a fan of the overall look. And then if you want that extra performance, of course, you would probably go 2-into-1, so you don't have that funny looking gap on the other side, on the left side, or you don't have to put a ghost pipe or anything like that. You could install a 2-into-1 and it's not gonna look odd. Once you get to the back of the bike, because of the extended saddlebags, it just looks a little bit better. It's a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And the overall design, I mean, that gunship gray is beautiful. Like I said, if I was planning to trade in my bike, it'd probably be for the Road Glide gunship gray sport touring. That's the one. You also have that cool looking low profile engine guard too. So man, it's a great looking bike. Both of these, you have the Prodigy, they're both bronzed out. Man, I mean, holy crap, this is a good looking bike. Yeah, I really fell in love with this one. And like I was talking about, you have all those little details, the highlights and the bronze and everything. Really sets this bike apart, you know, from the CVLs and from the specials. It just looks great, man. Look at that. It's just a good looking bike. And I'm a fan, like I said, I'm a fan of that tank badging. So I'm glad they went with that, and they were able to put this on the street, on the sport touring bikes. So overall, great. And this is where they talk about the tank badging, of course. Yeah, and I mentioned this. They started using it on the 77 lowrider. So yeah, I mean, it's great. You guys let me know in the comments if you guys were planning on trading in. Is that something that you're looking forward to? Like I said, I got a ton of money in my bike, so I don't see myself you know, doing that. Maybe I'll probably somehow pay off my bike first and then get onto this. Who knows? But right now I'm strongly considering the Road Glide sport touring, and you can see a little bit of the hints. I saw that extreme air breather. I saw it in the other images, and I thought it'd have a 124, but they're talking about 131, so that's going to be an option for this bike. You could, you know, get it from Harley-Davidson with the 131. And there's the Harley's ugly new seat. They call that the drag seat. Complete hideous. I would not be buying that. And there's that extreme air breather. So Screaming Eagle, all the components right there, as you can see. It's a good looking bike. They also went ahead and excuse me, they also went ahead and they're working with Öhlins now. A lot of people were doing this bracket system. I'm glad Harley's doing it too. So I believe there's a couple manufacturers out there that have those brackets for the Öhlins. You could piggyback or have that piggyback look, have them sticking out through the saddlebags, so you can see. Now you could buy that directly from Harley-Davidson. Of course, it's going to cost an arm and a leg. So who knows? I mean, it might. It just depends on the overall look. All right, so now let's talk about the big unveiling of the lowrider. This is something that I've been covering pretty much throughout the last couple weeks, and I think I got everything right, even down to the name FXLRST. Got that right. I got the 117 right. I got the other one right, the touring model right. This one I got it right. So everything, even I guess, yeah, I mean, everything about it, the price, the look. Yeah, I was talking about the fairing. I wasn't a fan of it, but once I saw it in the gunship gray, man, I was convinced. You know, I don't know, the gunship gray just really highlights the curves and the design of the fairing. Man, it just looks amazing. Somebody in my Instagram was just mentioning, you know what, that fairing will look amazing once you get somebody to pinstripe it or get somebody to just highlight the design. You know, just put some lines on there, custom paint it or something like that. The fairing's gonna look hot. So yeah, I believe that person is right, considering you know, once I saw the gunship gray one, yeah, I was convinced that this new fairing looks, I mean, it looks amazing. So I'm still a fan of the classic style, but I mean, you can't deny that this is something that it looks great too. And I'm glad Harley-Davidson decided to kind of give the 2022 lowrider its own unique fairing, and not kind of, you know, just, I guess, copy and paste from the old. So yeah, I guess I am happy about that. And, you know, on top of that, of course, they're keeping the price way under $23,000. So it's, I mean, overall, it's a great event. Harley's just killing it right now. They also have details of the Sportster. I believe it looks something along the lines just like a 975. There's hints of it. It's towards the end of the video, of course. So we should be probably seeing that Sportster 975 later this year, which is something that I've been wanting to see. That's what I wanted to see. The Sportster S is just a little bit too dramatic for my taste. The big wheels, the big exhaust, the tiny seat. I mean, overall, it's a little bit too much for me. But man, this thing, on the other hand, for the ST models. I'm happy to see what Harley's doing. I mean, there's only so much they could do. Somebody else was just mentioning, it's a big manufacturer, it's a big company. They can't. I mean, they could, but I guess if we're fanboys and we're trying to justify Harley's slow, moving or slow updates or stuff like that. I guess they're just too big, I guess, to do stuff like that along those lines. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, overall, they're going in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to the Sportster S. So I don't know. You guys go ahead and leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the overall event was great? Did you guys have fun? It's a long video. It's like 30-40 minutes. If you guys want to go check it out at Harley's website, and of course I'll do a breakdown on some of these bikes. My video FXLRST versus the FXLR, and 117 and 114 is pretty much the same. I'll just do an update since I have the images and I have the overall numbers, but the performance and everything else in that video is pretty much on point. So anyways, you guys just stay out there, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for liking the video, and you guys just stay out there. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.